How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. So today I want to talk about Zurdo Ramirez versus Dmitry Bivol. It is going down, you guys. What a awesome matchup, man, between two young, hungry, undefeated, you know, um, light heavyweights, and I really think that both of these guys are really good. They definitely go in and they try to get the job done every time. They try to get the job done every time. You got, Dmitry Bivol coming off the biggest win of his possibly professional career, beating Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez opting out of the rematch. A lot of that says a lot. A lot of that says a lot about, what Dmitry Bivol is about. He wanted to definitely get that rematch. Win, lose, or draw. He didn't get the rematch because Canelo was, going to fight Triple G next, which that fight's going down soon. But Dmitry Bivol versus Zurdo Ramirez is going down. And my first thoughts on the fight, man, I just really hope Zurdo Ramirez, his inactivity the last couple months isn't gonna hinder him. He's been a very inactive fighter, but so has Bivol for some of his career. So both of these guys are finally gonna meet up in November. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys and pretty frank, I can't wait. This is a fight that I've been waiting for a while now. I've been wanting to see Bivol, fight somebody of note. And it's finally time. It's finally time for him to fight somebody. And, I think this is his toughest test so far to date. None of his other fights come remotely close to this Bivol fight. He does have a very, very good boxing record, being that he's undefeated. But a lot of guys, some guys don't know who he's fought. Some of you guys might be like, I've never heard of Zurdo Ramirez, But like I said, man, he was born in 1991, so he's what, 31, 32? He's 44-0, you guys. He's 44-0. So you guys got to take that in consideration, being that he's 44-0. He's had 44 professional fights. Even though some fights he's been at inactive, that's still a lot of fights. That's still a lot of fights, no matter which way you cut it. And his, they call him Zurdo, but his name is Gilberto Ramirez. He's 44-0 with 30 big wins by way of knockout. And yeah, man, I want to see what he can do. He's 31 years old. They got him ranked number 3 in the world of light heavyweights. He's moving up from he's moving up from super middleweight, 168. So he's moving up from the weight class that Canelo Alvarez owns all the belts in and beat Caleb Planet at 168. So he moved up from there. That was a little stagnant. I believe he was world champion at that. He defended his WBO belt, a bunch of times. But he just never really fought anybody. He never really fought anybody. He fought guys like Derek Edwards, Maximum Vlasov, Junior Telepu, Maxime Bursak. These are guys that he's fighting, you guys. Jesse Hart, Habib Ahmed, Romer Alexis Angulo. He fought Jesse Hart again. He fought Jesse Hart twice. I don't know why he fought him twice, but hey, the first fight was a unanimous decision. The second fight was a mid-decision. He fought Tommy Kompinski. Kerpinski has lineage of brothers that fight. Alfonso Lopez. You guys know Barrera. He fought Barrera. Then he fought Gonzalez, 23-3. Barrera was 22-3. He KO'd both of those guys, and that was both those guys in 2021. Those are his only 2 fights in 2021. He had 2 fights. Well, this is going to be his second fight so far in 2022. He fought in May of 2022 in a KO. He stopped Dominique Bozil. That was 32-2. A lot of these guys I haven't heard of. He fought him in Ontario, Canada. He's not even from Canada. So he's just all over the place. None of these guys have a, like kind of a staple on where they can fight. He did have a WBO World Super Middleweight title. As far back as 2018, I believe he got, I don't know if it was from an activity or what, but he got, I think he moved up. Yeah, he moved up to 175 and he just dropped his belts. That's pretty much what happened with that. As far as Dmitry Bivol goes, you guys know that Dmitry Bivol just coming off the win with, he's just coming off that win with Canelo Alvarez, man. You would think he'd be on more of a higher note. He said, some of the people in his country and stuff like that, they know him and they knew it was a big feat that he did in beating him. But, I feel like, to be honest with you guys, a lot of people still haven't give Dmitry Bivol that credit, of beating Canelo. You would think he would be, this big superstar now. He's got all the Canelo fans backing him now and all of that. And it's not like that. It's not like that at all. He is 20-0 with 11 big wins by way of knockout. He is number 1 at 175 pounds. They have him at number 1 at BoxRec. I don't believe so. I believe Artur Beterbiev is the number 1 fighter at light heavyweight. I believe they put him at light heavyweight the number 1 because he beat Canelo. If he didn't have that Canelo win, Artur Beterbiev is still the best in my eyes. And how much credit is he gonna get for beating 160 pounder? To be honest with you, Canelo Alvarez, I feel like his ideal weight is 160, middleweight. That's when he does best, I feel like. And, we're going to see how this fight goes at 168 with Triple G. Could this backfire too? Could he have 2 fights? I mean, you guys got to understand Canelo Alvarez is going to have his back against the wall when he fights Triple G at 168 because you don't want to lose twice in a row. That's what you don't want to do, So it's going to be a lot, man. It's going to be a lot. I cannot wait to see, how this goes. Like I said, he just came off the win, beating 57-1 with 2 draws in Canelo Alvarez. Then yeah, Canelo Alvarez was on like a 10-year winning streak, almost 10 years. I believe he fought Floyd Mayweather. Canelo Alvarez fought Floyd Mayweather in 2013. So it was almost a 10-year anniversary of Canelo Alvarez losing. So he almost went 10 years without losing. He lost his last fight. But enough with Canelo. This is more about Dmitry Bivol and him fighting, Zurdo Ramirez, which should be a unification fight. But when he moved up to 175 pounds, he did not fight the champion at 175 pounds as the WBO champion, which he could have fought. And I wish he would have fought, but they didn't happen. He's going to be fighting for the WBA Super World Light Heavyweight title, which, as you guys know, Dmitry Bivol holds. So that title will be on the line. Some of Dmitry Bivol's notable wins other than, Canelo Alvarez was Craig Richards. He beat him in unanimous decision. Dmitry Bivol last 4 fights has been the unanimous decision. Excuse me. His last 6 last 6 fights have been unanimous decision. Dmitry Bivol hasn't had a knockout since 2018 and since he fought Barrera. Okay, and that was a that was a late stoppage at that, you know. But a lot of people say Dmitry Bivol has good punching power, and he's a very dangerous fighter, you know. As you guys seen that with the Canelo Alvarez fight, he was on Canelo Alvarez, you know, from beginning to end. He was very good ring generalship. He was able to, you know, cut the ring off to Canelo Alvarez, and he was able to pretty much bully the bully. You know, Canelo Alvarez is pretty much a weight bully when it comes to a lot of the fights, and we've seen that time and time again how good he could possibly be. You know, I think Canelo Alvarez is a lot better than what some of you guys think at home. And for Dmitry Bivol to get that win, it showed a lot. You know, am I going to give him full credit for getting that win? Not really, because he fought a guy that was really a natural 160-pounder. But I will give him credit that he did beat him. But you're beating a guy that's not even supposed to be at 175. And Andre Ward told him, don't fight Bivol or Better Beef. Those are tough. Those are fights that, you know, Canelo Alvarez is going to be pretty much going uphill, but he wanted to test himself. Salute to Canelo Alvarez for testing himself. A lot of young fighters should, you know, take heed to that. They get their weight classes for a reason. And Dmitry Bivol got the win like he was supposed to. I'm going to be favoring Dmitry Bivol in this fight just because Ramirez, I feel like leading up into this fight, I feel like Dmitry Bivol has had the tougher opposition, being that Canelo's on his resume, and a couple other guys on his resume. I think that Richard's fight was a good fight. Richard had came off a couple good wins. And I just want to see how this fight goes down. What do you guys think? Who do you guys think is going to win? Please smash that like button and subscribe, man. If you guys want to donate, you can donate to my Cash App at Corley Boxing or PayPal at Corley Boxing. I appreciate all the love and support. I'm going to keep giving you guys these bangers, man. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Please smash the hell out of that like button and subscribe. And until next time, you guys, peace.